On this episode of Shiny G EDH Computer Repair, I show you how to get an affordable car. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I show you how to get an affordable new car. Yes, this is not my normal content, but I'm trying different things here. So the reason I'm showing you this is because when I bought my car, I did the build and price stuff. So, unfortunately, GM and Ford don't have the real affordable cars anymore. They do, but they're a little more expensive in a way. So, I'm going to show you what if you basically have no money to buy a new car, basically. So here's how this works. So for right now, I am on Nissan's website. This is Nissan USA. Just want to clarify that. So if you go down here, you have the Nissan Versa, you have the Sentra, and you have the Altima. So these right here, these two right here are the most affordable cars that you can get in the US. I'm in the US, so that's why I'm doing that. Anything over, I would say, without tax, because you're going to have to pay sales tax, anything that's over about $25,000, you're getting into the intermediate stuff. So, now, for people for affordability, I'm going to choose the Versa. So I'm going to click that. So, this is what you get. And this is starting at. So you can go up on options through there. Now for me, when I bought my car, if I showed you the radio I replaced and all that, is a bare bones car. The reason I have that is so if something goes wrong, it's less to go wrong. And all that, and it's cheaper because what you don't realize is when you buy a car, let's say you want a wood grain steering wheel, right? You get this nice wood grain steering wheel, right? You're paying insurance on that wood grain steering wheel. If you buy a baseline model, let's say it has a leather wheel, you can go on Amazon and get, these plastic covers that look like wood grain, and you're not paying insurance on that. The most expensive infotainment system, you're paying insurance on that. So a lot of people don't realize that you are paying insurance on everything. And the reason, like, let's say the car comes with a really fancy infotainment system, you're going to pay more insurance. And the reason that is just in case you get into an accident or something like that, and the radio flies out and hits your passenger, you're paying insurance on that. That's, if something would happen, yes, it would cover it anyway. But like my aftermarket radio, basically the insurance on my car is if it had the factory radio. But if it would fly out and hurt a passenger or whatever, it'll still be covered. But I'm trying to make the point that you still pay insurance on there. So this is 122. This is way more horsepower than my car has. 3240 and 114 pounds of torque, which is pretty good. So let's view the specs here. So you have the S, which is the baseline, SV, and SR. See, here's my dilemma. If I would have to get a new car, I would want to get the baseline model, but you can't get it in a blue one. I would want a blue one. So that would be an issue for me, but that's just me. So let's see here. It says automatic, emergency braking, which I do not like, lane departure warning, which is pretty good, high beam assist. This one has 16 aluminum alloy wheels. I have 12 on my current car. Premium cloth seat trim, Apple CarPlay integration, which I installed in my car for not that much money. So, all right, so let's check out the S. So I'm just going to view the inventory. Okay. So this is Nissan area, so I'm not going to do that. All right. So I'm going to do the build and price. And I'm making this video for affordability because you may need to buy something or thinking about buying something. If you ever see FWD next to a car, that stands for front wheel drive. The engine is transversal, which means it's put in sideways. Kind of hard to work on. And basically, the power wheel is going to be in the front. I personally do not like front wheel drive cars. I like rear wheel drive cars, but unfortunately, I have a champagne taste on a beer budget, as they would say. So we're going to do the S here, and we're going to build. Okay, so over here, you have two transmission types. You have the CVT, which stands for continuously variable transmission. Okay, so basically, in a CVT, you have these belts that run the transmission. And yes, these belts like to snap, depending on the quality of the transmission. So basically, instead of having in a transmission, you have gear sets with basically it's hydraulically ran in an automatic transmission. Now, I know this about CVT. So basically, it's a belt. So basically, this is first, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth, and this is fifth. Or if it's a 6-speed, this is sixth. It's not accurate the way I'm explaining it, but that's pretty much how it is. So for me, I am going to do the manual transmission. As you know, I love a good manual transmission. So that's why I'm going to do that. So here we go. I think more people should drive a manual transmission, but that is just me. So we're going to do exterior color. If I'm going to get one, I'm going to get the gun metallic. Actually, somebody was driving one of those that passed me the other day, and I thought that looked really, really nice. So interior, let's do accessories. Some accessories. Okay, here's what I recommend you get if you're going to buy one of these is the weather protection, all season floor mats. I have WeatherTech floor mats in my car right now, and they are great. You can sit there and basically, if something gets on them, you can take them out and hose them down, spray some all-purpose cleaner on there, hose them down, put them back in your, let them dry first, so otherwise you don't get your carpet moldy. Throw them back in there, and you're good. So I'm going to add this. That's a $197 option. This is actually cheaper than it was to pay for the floor mats in my car when I bought it back in 2014. There we go. Yes, get the weather protection. It's a front sill plate protectors. I wish my car came with those. It protects the plastic piece on the inside. So this is worth the money. Dog harness? No, I'm not going to do that. So let's do lighting and technology. Dual camera drive recorder. See, for me, I wouldn't get that. Electronics package. I wouldn't buy that. But I do recommend the rearview mirror with the universal remote. That's pretty cool. I would buy that. Now, the USB charging cable set, I do not recommend because you could buy your own stuff. And then this becomes part of your payment. And if you wear the cables out and you haven't paid the car off yet, you're still paying on them. The interior lighting, that, see, the interior lighting, I wouldn't recommend because that's just a waste of money. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see, cargo here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yes, the all-season trunk protector, area protector, I do recommend you get. Other stuff, I recommend buying third party. All right, so we're going to do finish build here. I don't need that. I just want to. All right, so basically, the way I have this set up is before taxes, I'm paying $19,275 in total. So with California state tax, it'd be about 21. But my insurance is going to be cheaper because it's a baseline model car. So, but here's the thing with insurance, and I don't think this is right. If you have a car with a manual transmission, you're going to pay a little bit more in insurance. I don't agree with that, but that's the way it is. So basically, what I just did is I basically built a car for that. So I recommend any protection you can get right off the bat to protect your car. I recommend. If my car came with the side protectors, I would get that. If it came with a large, actually, it did kind of come with the trunk protector. It wasn't a very good one. Trunk protector, side on the interior. What was that? That was. It's called a front sill plate protector. I do recommend getting those so that way you protect your car right off the bat so it doesn't scratch it up. Because the nicer, I could tell you this, the nicer your car is when it's older, if something happens to it or it's parked somewhere and somebody runs into it and totals it, you're going to get a little more money for it because it's in decent shape. See, for me, right now, my car isn't worth that much. It's worth maybe $2,000, but I have all the service history to it. So that'll probably be an extra $500, $600 from the insurance company because I'm proving to them that I'm taking care of the car. So, and this is what I would end up with if I would buy this car. Now, here's the problem with payments. Each payment you make, you're paying interest on. So what I recommend, so let's say the payment is $300 a month. If you can, pay about 4 or 5, because if you pay more in a payment, you're taking payments off and you're knocking out the interest before they can charge you the interest. That's what I did on mine. So basically, I only paid maybe $60 in interest because I did it right. So this is the affordable side. Now I'm going to do a higher end car. So we're going to go to vehicles. This is where it's going to get a little interesting. So I'm showing both sides. Okay, so it's 2026, so let's get to 2026. Okay, so you have now the EcoBoost. I have mixed feelings about that. So for me, I understand that you want a Mustang, that's the one you're going to get. Now, here's the problem I have with this. Supposedly, they're not making the manual transmission anymore, so I do have a problem with that. Let's see. We'll do build and price. All right, so let's build our own. So I wouldn't buy the EcoBoost Premium. I would buy just a standard EcoBoost if I was going to get one. And you could buy some really kind of interesting things on Amazon and for not a lot of money. Okay, so we're going to do this and we're going to start build your own. See, I like that color. And I would do the roof painted. No. See, that was $2,000. I can get vinyl wrap for about $50 and put it on there myself. But that's just me. Metallic with the auto stop start. There is no manual transmission with the EcoBoost. I do have a problem with that. So basically, if I was going to go buy a new Mustang, I wouldn't because you can't get it with a manual transmission. I don't like that one bit. Personally, I don't think that's right at all, but that's just me. Okay, so now we're going to go to GT. I'm going to do the same paint color. Then again, that's 2000. If I'm going to buy one, I'm going to get it with the 6-speed manual. $373, that's what I would do. That's a $5,000 option. It's just standard equipment. And if I'm going to buy it, I like these wheels, so I'm going to keep that. It's all included. Oh, that gray looks nice, but I would get the darker interior so that way it stays clean longer. Let's do accessories. Let's see what they got. Door sill plates. You can get your own on that one. I wouldn't buy that. $54,000 just for that. So the Mustang is out of reach. Even the EcoBoost is out of reach. So for the average person that needs just to get to work and back, you would go with the Nissan. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications.